keyword and guest. So we have a guest host, and I is gonna be a guest host and filling in for Fanny until she's ready to come back on social media. And we got a great topic for y'all tonight. But before we get into those topics, I want to say shout out to the sponsors of this podcast, Millie Moon Diapers for your wigglers, wilders, toddlers, up and coming moms, soon to be moms. Period. If you guys have toddlers, any babies is in diapers, you might want to go check out Millie Moon and use promo code Yo Leaks. Definitely gonna get you up to 15% off for the remainder of this year. Also, we gotta say shout out to the second sponsor, Tempex Radiant. Y'all already know the promo code is Yo Radiant, but for my newer viewers, make sure that y'all go tap in and use promo code Yo Radiant. That's gonna get you up to 15% off as well. Now, people keep asking why 15% off. That's just basically the number that's gonna start off with, and the more people go and use my promo code, the lower the price will be, and the higher the percentage off will be. So it's a win-win. Zay Zay, thank you for coming in. Let me
Hey Zay Zay, welcome. Shout out to Fanny. Shout out to the man of the cast, which is TSM.
Let me hold on. I gotta try to get this jacket for Zay Zay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it from here. Hey VV, thank you for coming in. It is not letting me. Let me see. Okay, hold on. That was VV. I clicked. That's why.
Hey Vivi.
After the amount of trolls we had in here yesterday, I have to have a couple minds up in here. It keeps giving me VV when I click on Zay Zay's name. All right, I got it. That is moderator. Standard. Hey, Daphne, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Y'all excuse my camera. This isn't my phone. I'm using somebody else's phone to do streaming. And tonight, I just didn't feel like doing the fireplace. Like, I didn't feel like, I was just like pretty much lazy. I didn't feel like doing the fireplace. I said, I'm going to step in one of the kids' room and, we just going to do it like that. And so, with that being said, y'all, Daphne, I see you in the building, sis. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Hey
Make sure you hit
Daphne,
that thumbs up.
welcome.
Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up. And for the people that's just now coming in, Naya is just gonna be the guest host. She's the guest host for now until Fanny's ready to come back on social media. But Fanny been making that moolah. Fanny been making that money, so she gotta make power moves in real life too. So shout out to her. Shout out to you, Fanny, if you catch this on replay. Shout out to Reverb Nation. We already got 16 people on Reverb Nation watching. For the people that's tapped in with me on YouTube, y'all not tapped in with my Reverb Nation, I suggest y'all go do so, man. We taking over Reverb Nation just like we slowly taking over YouTube. We got a good topic for y'all tonight. We got some '90s versus 2000s thing. That's basically what we're gonna be talking about. And I think the topic, I was having a discussion earlier with Night about what we was gonna be doing, and something I think something in like school came up. Yeah, I think she was like making helping her sister make like the little craft hearts. Y'all know how you make their hearts and all right, now can you hear me? You good?
Yeah, you're going in and out, in and out.
I know. I'm gonna go ahead and type in with the audience. I'm a check on my maintenance on this phone and see what's going on.
Okay. Hey you guys, how y'all been? What did y'all eat? What did y'all do today? Hey Zay Zay. Um, I can't hear you, so I came on this phone. Okay, welcome in.
No, I don't
Hey.
think it was your. I don't think it was your phone. It was me. I think it was this device. But yeah,
Y-
I was saying that for those who just stepped in here, Naya's gonna be the guest host for Fanny until Fanny's ready to come back on social media. She's making powerhouse move in real life, making that moolah. So shout out to her first and foremost. And so I don't want anybody confused. Naya's just the guest host. And we're gonna be talking about some '90s theme tonight. We're gonna be talking about '90s versus 2000s theme. Naya, I'm gonna give you the floor first because I want to know like what some of the things that like right now there's gonna be memories to you when you grow up. Some things that you're gonna look at, like people that's born in the '90s. A lot of people would say Super Mario. We can always look back at like Super Mario and it's even certain like the hot Cheeto. You know what I'm saying? Like that came out when we was just kids. That had just now came out was the thing. What are some of the things like for you to be born in 2003? What do you think some of the things that you're gonna always hold a memory onto?
Um, I would probably say Crash, because Crash is a game that I never played before until now. So that's something that I would hold on to. Is a 2003 baby.
Nah, see, you gotta go off and get your own thing because Crash is a '90s thing. Like that's we started out on that. Like so, y'all just that's just gonna be following our that was already created. I want give me something that's like a era of today. Like you know what I'm saying? We never had like the Roblox, the Fortnites. Like we never had none of that growing up. Um, I don't get it because it's like you got games now that's like so realistic you can't even tell you playing a game. You might think you're looking at a movie. Why Roblox? Like it's a 2D type thing where the characters are looking blocky. That looked like that's what we probably had no choice but to play. Like our Nintendo 64 characters looked at like that. Like when we look at Roblox, we be just like, wow, like this we had no choice but to play the game like this. We didn't have the options to play games that look super realistic. Why Roblox?
Oh, okay. So I would say Roblox because Roblox is very interesting. So that's something that I will hold on to. Like everybody play Roblox. And another thing I will hold on to is Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Oh my gosh, kids is obsessed with Call of Duty. But let me ask you about this Roblox thing because this is like this ad going on around on YouTube, and they be like, "Have you or your child been a victim of such and such on Roblox?" You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't say it here. Have you or your child been? How could I say this? Because you know they have a lot of adults on Roblox that pretend to be children, and so they victimize kids. Um, have you ever encountered something weird like that playing Roblox? Have you ever had any weird encounters with somebody that's just like freaking you out, or that was like a creep, or like
No, but my brother and sister have, and that's what I be telling them about Roblox. I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Roblox could be for like anybody, but when I hear a grown man voice on Roblox, 'cause they be using voice chat, I'm like, yo, y'all don't need to do that. Y'all don't need to talk to grown men and y'all 10. So yeah, it is kind of scary for their age. So
I mean, so like Roblox is that a kid game or is it an adult game?
it could be
From
both.
from your perspective.
I say both because the kids
Okay.
and adults be on there. But the thing is, they have levels like the numbers. Like you could put your actually age in there.
But see, that's dangerous on another level too, though. Like that's dangerous on another level too. You have to put your age in there because they can easily just put like 13 if they wanted to. Like that's very creepy. So like, do you think who you think should leave the platform if anybody wasn't allowed on there? If it was children that had to leave Roblox or adults, who do you think Roblox should belong to? Like,
I most definitely say the kids and adults gotta leave.
give me a second. I'm checking revert.
Okay. The only reason why I say adults should leave is because it's not safe for kids, especially kids that's like 10 or 9 or 8. No adult should have Roblox, especially if you think that you okay with talking to little kids that's underage.
You know what? We didn't have that problem growing up when we was playing games. We had the basic things, the controller, the console, and the actual cartridge or the game itself. And we didn't I don't we never had like this online ability growing up in the 90s. We never had this online gaming ability type thing. And if so, it probably was going on in a part of the world like China somewhere, and just to be interactive with other people over a gaming is wild nowadays because there's been so many freaking instances. It's that's why it's scary to just kind of see the change. Like when you born in a certain, you gonna see now. You're right. Watch when the next decade hit and everything start becoming new. You gonna look at them things that you grew up on. Like dang, it's crazy how kids change. Do you notice a big change? Like, what's the how could I put this? What is the biggest change you've seen from the things that you know about the '90s and the 2000s? What's the craziest? What's crazy thing you heard about the '90s that just seemed very crazy to you? Because I had mentioned to you earlier, like we didn't have certain things like touchscreen phone, or we wasn't in school on laptops or tablets or nothing like that. Like it was a chalkboard, your pencil and paper. What wowed you out the most about the '90s?
Um, what I know about the '90s is that y'all have not had more freedom. Y'all didn't have much technology as we have now. Y'all didn't probably didn't have much education as we have now. So it's very different from the '90s and the 2003. The 2003s, we have a lot of stuff that y'all didn't have. We had TVs, we had phones, we had we had a lot of stuff that the '90s, which y'all couldn't have. Y'all couldn't take y'all phone to school. Y'all couldn't, do certain things without getting in trouble. Y'all, it's just this. It's just two different generations. We can take our phones to school. We can do certain things that y'all can't do because y'all are '90s babies and we are 2003 babies.
So let me ask you this, right? Hold on, let me get into the chat real quick. C19 is still going on. True. Naya, you play Roblox. Money active. Zay Zay, you play Roblox. Thank y'all so much for being interactive in the chat. It really helps this podcast out. So let me ask you this basic question, right? Okay, so let's say I'm 13 years old, right? And I'm in school, right? Middle school, whatever the case may be. And I have this test, right? And I have to go home and do this test. I can't take this test at school. And this is the '90s, right? And so I have to figure out each answer by writing down the basic thing every other kid basically wrote down. Johnny had 10 apples, he gave one away, he ate one out. And I had to figure this out by paper, pencil, in my brain, right? And I had to figure the answer out that way. Versus you in the 2000s, you could take a test home and you could download an app or go to Google and get all the answers. Now, in that outcome, who do you think is gonna be more wiser or more smarter? The the kid that had to actually sit there and write it down and do the homework and study and figure that out, or the kid that can go home, get on the app, find all the answers and just write the answers down? Who do you think that's gonna be more advanced or more smarter?
Okay, I'm gonna say the kid that's at the house, at least trying to do his work, like without the technology. And then you got the 2003 baby that's at home doing the test and using the internet for it, which I consider that's cheating. So I would have to go with the '90s baby that's really doing the test and really at least trying to do something than versus using the internet. Because internet can tell you anything nowadays, and it might not be right. So I'll give it to the '90s.
Do you think that like impact could that impact somebody's life? Like could that, let's say, right, let's say you want to be um let's just say you want to be a CEO of McDonald's or whatever the case may be. You want to have your own car company or whatever the case may be. But you have to take a test. No technology around. You're a 2000s baby. You're used to whipping that phone out, searching up the answers, putting the answers down. Then you got your homegirl next to you who grew up in the '90s, and she used to figuring stuff out on her own. And do you feel like you're gonna pass that test?
I say no. I mean, it's a possibility, but I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the questions that the internet is giving me
It's
might be
feasible. So
wrong.
listen, it's ways too, right? Because I know parents, right? It's a lot of parents that don't let social media babysit their kids. They let them use. They have a phone. They got the tech laptop. They got the such and such. It's all depending on how they take that in. Some kid, I've seen it with my own eyes. Kids in here that don't even want their brother be like, here, just look up Google on the answer, and he like, nah, I want to figure it out on my own. Like some kids really don't even let social media take them over like that. So it depends on the parents, and it depends on the kid. Um, you think that's like that could impact somebody's life from succeeding just based off of their history, looking up all the answers and already having the answers pushed in front of them?
I'll say, wait, what was the question again? Say that again so I can answer it.
Do you think that somebody that grew up in the 2000s that always searched their answers, do you think that that can impact their life moving forward in the future if they have to take like a big test or something like that to succeed in what they want to succeed in?
No.
It depends on how they take it, huh?
Yeah. It depends. It all depends. But nowadays, people got the internet, so the internet is much easier to access than versus just trying to really do the work.
That's scary though. That's real scary because like I don't want all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I do. I want to figure it out because I want to because if I have the answer, then I don't even understand how the answer got there. You know what I'm saying? Like um, if I Google how did Lyle birds learn to mimic human beings, you know, it's this certain particular type of bird called the Lyle bird that can make any sound a human can make. If I Googled that and they gave me the answer, I still won't understand it until I actually go over the geographics myself, if that makes any sense. With that being said, y'all, we're gonna move on to the next topic, which this one I couldn't wait to get on because, man, with the kids in this house and even my artists like Jasmine, shout out to Jasmine, and my artist Sia, shout out to Sia. Yo, I'm always interested in what people watch, and each and every person that was born in the 2000s say, "Oh, I don't watch TV. I don't watch shows. I just watch TikTok." And I'm like, or they say like I just watch like TikTok or something similar to that, or Instagram. Do you watch TV or do you watch like what's your media perception of what's something to watch, like being a 2000s kid?
Okay, so being a 2000 kid, I'm not even gonna hold you on that part because I did used to watch regular TV, but I don't watch regular TV. All I watch is YouTube. YouTube 24/7 is me, straight up.
Okay, so not even necessarily. Now that's a good one because like I watch you. You can find the same things you on TV. You can find on YouTube. That's understandable. Well, I've scrolled through TikTok and you know what I'm saying, everything else, and it's just like everyday situations. Like I can't find like a movie or a show. Everything is like this many seconds, and I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it at all. What's some of the things that you like watching?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I have a lot of stuff that I be watching, but I watch horror movies on some good days, and then I watch SpongeBob on the regular days, and I watch horror stories on the regular days.
We ain't even gonna blow past the SpongeBob thing because we've been trying to figure it out for a long time and we finally got the answers. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
My leg. That's
Um um
that's one
the
of them.
the my leg guy, is that the
Yeah.
okay, so all right, I think mine's would be the one. Well, I got a couple of them. The Christmas episode where Squidward told them it wasn't no Santa Claus, and then he felt bad and he dressed up as Santa Claus. That one, and I think I like the one where they was delivering a pizza. The Krusty Krabs, yeah, it's the best pizza for you and me. SpongeBob hit that note right there. That's my favorite episode. Oh, what else you watching besides? Do you watch like sports at all? Do you watch wrestling? Do you watch basketball, football, anything like that?
I'm glad you asked that. To be for real, no.
I don't
I'm not a
either.
sports type of girl.
I don't either, but like I watch some like wrestling. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'll watch some wrestling. As far as like basketball, football, like I just can't get into it. I couldn't find myself getting into it. I actually would sit and watch a full golf tournament before I would watch a football game. And it's just me, you know. I think I was always like that growing up, cause I stayed with my aunt, and she already had 5 kids. She had four boys and a daughter, and so me and one of her boys, Rico. Everybody who's been following me know we always used to do like backflips and like, cause we used to watch wrestling a lot, and our favorite wrestler was this dude named Rey Mysterio, where like he do a bunch of acrobatics, jumping off the rope, and so we always did like backflips and stuff. And so when the school season came, it was time to sign up for what we wanted to do after school activities, and my auntie was like, "Y'all gonna do something." And so I thought about doing a band, but her daughter, my cousin Kanai, she was on a cheerleader. She joined the cheerleader squad, and she convinced Rico and I to join this cheerleader squad. They had two boys. Remember, one of the boys' name was Brandon. He was very popular because he was just light skinned. The ladies liked him. He could dance very well. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, cause growing up, my older siblings had you thinking a certain perspective, like boys shouldn't be cheerleaders, and it got to be somebody to throw the ladies up there, up in the air. And me and my cousin end up doing that, and so and the other ones they joined the soccer team at one point, then they joined the football flag team at one point, and so um I was always different. They was trying to join the football and soccer team. I wanted to do the cheerleader thing with the girls, and so that's probably the closest I ever got into when it comes to like sports. I noticed you listen to a lot of music. 2003, baby. Who's your top five rappers or artists?
I would say my favorite top ones is of course you, um Melly, Young Boy, uh Fantasia, and Lotto. And
Okay, let okay. Give me your fifth one, cause I got a good question for you.
let me see. Mexican music.
That's what's up. I have a Spanish based song where I actually did my entire verse in my entire course in Spanish. So y'all can check that out on my channel as well. Okay, so my question for you is, cause I don't care what 2000, every baby 2000 baby I asked, it's YB is always there. What is it about YB that y'all little kids like? What is it about him? I just want to know, what is the one thing that y'all like about him? Like, I mean, I hear a couple of y'all be like, it's just the music, but like, I'm not buying that. Cause like, to be honest, like, and I hate to sound like a hater. I like some of his songs, but like, to be honest, like, he's not like the best rapper out here. You got the babies, it's people like Tom McDonald, Dax, a lot of underground artists that y'all probably ain't heard of. I even like the dude. I ain't like what he rapped about, but I even like the King Von. I even thought he was better. What is it about YB that y'all put over every other rapper? Is it that he's like closer to your age? Like, what is it about
I mean, my perspective, I just like the music, and he's better than the old young boy. He's new. This man has kids, so it's like some. See, I just like the beat. Me personally, I don't really care for the song, but yeah, ain't nothing wrong with listening to YB. I mean, yes, a song
him? I
might
mean,
be.
I'm not. That's no. That wasn't this perspective. That ain't why I was asking. I was trying to get an understanding of why so many young people like listening to him. That's what I was trying to understand. I was just trying to get a perspective of that.
I just don't know. I don't know why I listen to him.
Okay, so okay, what's your favorite YB song?
Proud of myself.
Is he better than Rod Wave?
No.
I heard you said you like the old YB, and see that's the thing with a lot of the younger generation don't understand this. As an artist, you have to grow and develop, right? I even seen it with Young Thug, right? For example, before he went to jail, like Thug was like that guy. Like people weren't even going to Drake no more for features. Everybody was going to Young Thug. Like if you got Young Thug on your song, you're gonna take off next. And he got out of prison, and you go to his comments, they chewing him up like, yo, rap about this, rap about that. And I'm going in my head to these people like, y'all looking at it from fans' perspective. This man is on probation. He's not allowed to rap about the same thing he used to rap about no more. Soon as he do to try to please one of y'all, back to the big house he go. So he had to learn to operate a different way in a different narrative. And I do think though that's when, unfortunately, big artists like that start to lose their fan base, and that's exactly what's happening to Young Thug right now. Is it that YB, like, I mean, cause it still sounds like he rap about, the same thing. So what's changed to you? Is it the appearance? Is it the music, the beats? Is it just his rap style?
It's just the beats for me.
He probably has switched a producer too. That sometimes that happens too as well. Um, they start out with a producer and they pay this producer a certain amount, but then the artists blow up and get super big than what they was, and that producer would start wanting more money, as if they deserve more money, like they switched up. You know what I'm saying? And so they will fire that producer and go to the next producer. Let's move on to the next topics. When I was young, things that was popping to us was like the Lunchables. I don't think we had the little Crustables y'all got now. Y'all got the peanut butter and jelly sandwich already made. Like y'all got the box, the Uncrustables. The closest we had was like, and I don't know. I think this was like a low housing income type thing, but it was like the peanut butter and jelly mixed together. That right there is a good memory. Like I said, the Lunchables was as well. And I remember when the Skippy peanut butter came out, because there was like this young dude who was rapping on a commercial, the Skippy squeeze. What is some of your like gonna be some of your childhood like lunch or food items?
I would say mine would be the Lunchables because I remember the Lunchables. The what you call it? I forgot what it's called, but you can get it from Walmart. The yogurt sticks. That's what it was. The yogurt sticks and the tricks. The tricks mix that comes in a little container, and it got two different flavors. It got
It
red
got
and green.
it got a rabbit on it.
Yes.
Don't be stealing our rabbit. Don't be stealing our rabbit. That's the ain't that's
I ain't been.
the
Don't even
silly
do
rabbit
that to
tricks
me.
are for kids. That's what the thing say on the commercial.
That's what it was. Yeah, them things used to be so good.
They still got those?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? And I do know what you're talking about. Those Gogurt packs, like in a little pack that look like a popsicle stick almost.
Yes.
Yeah, those was another childhood, but I didn't never ate them. But that was another childhood thing because when those first came out, they were sponsored by Cartoon Network, and they had a commercial with Dexter and Dee Dee. I don't know if you know Dexter's Laboratory, but that was a popular cartoon back in my day. So yeah, that's when we first got introduced to those things. Um, and like I know it's just like other things too, but I kind of forgot. But give us some more items. Like give us some more items. Don't be acting you up here acting like you a 6 year old that got in trouble for eating the last bowl of cereal.
Okay. So my favorite things with me growing up that I had the peanut butter jelly that's already made, the banana, like you get the sandwich, right? And you cut the bananas up and you put mayonnaise on it and put it together.
Whoa. Rewind. Slow down. Let's start over real quick cause that's a lot of ingredients for one thing. So wait a minute. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich is already made, right? That's called the
Yeah, that's
Uncrustable.
already made. Yeah.
So you had the Uncrustable, okay, and what now? You said what else?
Okay. And then another thing is you take your banana and you chop it up. You get the bread and you put the mayonnaise on it and then put the banana that you cut up on the bread.
Twin, what the hell?
It is good like that. I
Nah,
promise
hey,
you
y'all
it's
let me know
good.
when y'all let me know down below if y'all rocking with that.
What you mean?
I probably heard of some weird stuff like a cut up banana fry on a taco shell that the Mexicans do, drizzled in chocolate. But you talking about some weed snacks? That's something. That's something somebody smoke when somebody eat when they smoking weed. Oh, that's right. That's mayo, banana, and bread. Girl, where you from? Nigeria?
No, I'm not from Nigeria, but I tried it and it's good. It's not bad. You wouldn't know until you try it.
Man, listen, I see sis in the chat. Daphne, I have to get you up here, sis. We one of these days. I think you told me Thursdays was your day off. I need to get you up here. It's overdue. I need to interview Daphne. Got to make it happen. You one of the realest in the community, and I appreciate that. Much respect. Um, So Naya, I see you go through like no, I think I only seen yeah, you went from two different hairstyles back and forth on the YouTube for the people. You got the red dragon. I call that the red dragon. You got the red dragon that you pop out every now and then. You know what I'm saying when you feeling feisty, and then you got the and that's the red dragon right there. That's Nana. That's the one you don't want to mess with. And then when you right now you a Naya because you got the two ponytails in. Which one is your favorite? That red dragon or just the Mickey Mouse ponytails?
I would say the two ponytails.
So, what else hairstyles you ever rock?
Okay, I had so many hairstyles. I had box braids. They was different colors though, but I did them. And then I had wigs, different color wigs. And then I went from wigs to this.
What made you go with the two ponytails?
I just feel like that just means a person with the two ponytails. Plus it gives Mickey Mouse vibes.
Definitely. My artist Sia also rocks the two ponytails as well. While we halfway through this podcast, I want to take a moment to give some respect and shout out to the co-host Fanny, Fanny P. Y'all make sure that y'all tapping in on her channel. Make sure that y'all go show her some love. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all turn her channel up. And thanks to all my mods that's down below. Making sure that y'all watch out because yesterday we had some crazy trolls. We had some guys that came in and wanted to flirt with my hair, saying I got extensions and just like, oh my gosh, just like the worst type of things. But see, the thing is like I grew up in an era where there was none of this back and forth social media stuff because we didn't have it like this to where we can. We grew up in an era to where somebody says something about you, they would have to say it right there where you are. It's in a school or in a neighborhood, and you can find out. They will have to say that to you to your face, and you know what I'm saying. Mama was always mama, granny, auntie, I don't care who you stay with, big sister, they always taught you to protect yourself. And so, you know, that's why that type of stuff don't bother me because I grew up in an era where this trash talking over the internet was not a thing. When somebody talked trash about you, you knew where they were. It wasn't far away. It was either a school or a neighborhood. And y'all got out. Nowadays, these social media gangsters be so funny because they know that they can say whatever they want because you're not there, and it's like you not gonna give the same energy while if you in front of me. So don't do that. And some of them probably will because they stupid enough to kind of think to fall into a character. They come on here. Oh, this is the nice guy. He's wear pink every day. His nail polish is painted. Okay, that's fine and all good too. But you know, for the people that's been tapped in with me, y'all didn't know that when I was in school, I did classes like wrestling and MMA, and y'all can find those videos on YouTube. So you can come over here and try to intimidate somebody if you want to, and it's always the quiet ones and the ones like me, and that's the worst thing. Could you imagine getting your tail knocked out by somebody that's wearing pink nail polish? How you gonna explain that to your girlfriend? Naya, what would you say if you seen your boyfriend get knocked out by somebody with pink nail polish?
You don't want to know. I'm telling you, you do not want to know. People think it's all sweet and games on here until I really turn up. So you wouldn't want to know.
That's the thing. You know, I me I take everybody serious for what they say. You know, I'm one of them type of people because the things that I've been through, like I've been in a situation where 1 second makes a difference for my life, right? Where when I got shot, right, and the reason why my bullet holes is in and out of here, the reason my bullet holes is in and out of here on both of my arms. I don't know. I'm gonna try to show y'all one of them, but yeah, that's the inner womb right there, and the outer womb is like inside this J. If y'all can see the top of that J. Matter of fact, let me point it out for y'all. It's right here. Y'all can see that hole right there, a perfect circle. The same thing on this hand right here. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Move my bracelet out the way. But I got an arrow on my hand. Look inside the arrow. That's a bullet hole right there. And it came out on the same side too. It came out right here. Y'all can see the hole perfectly right there. Right? And the reason why those holes, those are the first bullet holes I have, right? And the reason why is because a split second changed my life. I've seen a gun getting pulled out, and I was going to say, hold on, to kind of put my hands up, like, hold up. But by the time I can even get the words hold up out, the gun was being fired. And so I say that to say a split second could make a difference in your life. And that's why I don't take a lot of these dudes serious on here. It's because they're nowhere near me, and even if they was near me and they was to try something like that, I doubt it would happen. They get fooled and tricked into characters, and it's like, yo, don't believe something you see on social media all the time. You know what I'm saying? The guy in pink could be the most dangerous guy in the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What about you? Have you ever experienced bullying in school? Have you ever was a victim of that? How did you deal with it? If so, and if you wasn't a victim of it, how would you deal with it? Would you be one of the ones that try to talk it out, or would you be one of the ones? And it sound bad, people, but we are human. Would you be one of the ones that put your hands up and fight just to make sure that this person don't do this to you again? How do you deal with bullying? Do you give people chances? Talk to me.
Okay. So, number one, how I deal with bullying is if somebody come to me and they try to bully me, and I'm the quiet one, the humble one, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna stand up for what's right, even though nobody's gonna stand up for me. I'm gonna stand up for myself. So I just think bullying is very, very serious because that's why people do certain stuff and they don't come to school because of that. And I would never bully nobody if I was there because you don't know what they could be going through. And as life gets harder and harder, I recognize that you're gonna have people that talk about you. They're gonna talk about you through the thick and thin, and you can't do nothing but just defend yourself. So that's how I would handle it. I would defend myself. I don't fight when it comes to bullying. That's one thing I don't do. I would defend myself. If they didn't put their hands on me physically and mentally, and they just talking, I'm gonna get what they asked for. Which is, I'm not gonna put my hand on nobody else's child. I would sit there and go back and forth with them.
Listen. Me and Fanny was just talking about this, right? And listen, I don't. I'm gonna put an age limit on it, but I'm gonna just say this: we all just seen what happened with the lady in Chicago. Was it Chicago? The lady that was with her kids that got jumped on by those group of kids. Did you seen that? Was you tapped in with that situation? We all seen what happened there. Um, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just be straight up. Yo, a kid can take your life just as quick as an adult can. The moment a kid, like I said, I'm gonna give it say let's say 16 and up. The moment somebody 16 and up think that they gonna come and put their hands on me, I'm gonna show them otherwise, and I'm gonna go to jail for it, and I'm gonna have to. Reason being because if you look at the ratio rate, especially in Atlanta, Georgia, of homicides, there have been more children under the age of 18 that take the lives of somebody over the age of 32. And it's just last year. There's more of those children. The homicide rate in Atlanta, Georgia, was from children under the age of 90% rate from the children under the age of 18, taking the lives of somebody over the age of 32. I was just tapped into this video last night, and that's bad. And for the most part, a lot of adults that lost their lives was in a position to where their lives could have been sheltered or prevented from being taken if they had taken a precautionary action. When it comes to somebody beating and abusing a kid, that's a different story. But when it comes to your life being on the line, sometimes like I say, put a age limit on it. Somebody 16 and up think they gonna come and run up on me and put their hands up on me, it's gonna be up. Cause I explained this story to people before. I don't know if people heard the people that's here heard this story before. I'm pretty sure Slim Shell, Didi, Paprika, all the OGs heard this story before. I'm gonna say it one more time. After I got shot up like that in Flint, Michigan, right? After I got shot up and I was still in a wheelchair, I decided because if the person that shot me, it was three or four dudes involved or whatever the case may be. One of them lost their life, right? And so I decided that it was safer for me to get out of that state and move somewhere else. And it was here in Georgia. In the first 3 days of me moving here, I'm in this hotel. And so, mind you, I have two toddlers that's twins with me. I have this double stroller, and I have two other minors that's with me, right? And so I'm pushing them to this double stroller, the other two walking with me. And so out of nowhere, this guy on a bike ride past and asked me if I have some weed to sell him. And I'm like, I looked at him and I made the face like, bro, like you don't even know me. And he was like, why you looking like that? You just, he swear up and down that, I don't know if everybody that's here look alike, but he swear up and down that I just had sold him some and I was being funny. And he said something like, you probably the police, whatever the case may be. All I could tell y'all, I swear to God, I went into the store, brought us some snacks. I came out the store. This dude that was on the bike that just asked me to sell him some weed had like 15 dudes with him. Their intentions wasn't on jumping me, but let me tell y'all what happened. Me, long story short, me and that dude got into a fight. He was 16 years old. He was 16. Me and him fighting. And as me and him fighting, I got two firearms in the bottom of the stroller in my lockbox. Two dudes from the group goes to the stroller and grab the guns. A female run out the store who knew me that connected me down here. The reason I'm down here is because she ended up tapping me in with a hotel that was gonna make sure I was straight for a certain amount of time till I was on my feet. She came out like, "No, that's my boy." Took the guns. So I'm fighting this dude, and as I knock him down to the ground, I turn around and walk to the stroller. Another dude run up on me and say, "No, that's my baby brother. Throw hands with me." And so I'm fighting this dude. Come to find out, he's 17, and now I got a 16 and 17-year-old surrounding me, jumping me. All of this happening because a teenager swore up and down I sold him some marijuana and he wanted me to do it again. And I'm telling him, like, bro, you got to. I'm asking him, like, okay, what's my name? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where was we at when I sold it? Trying to basically fixate his mind on, bro, you really got, it's a mistaken identity. Go find your weed somewhere else. And so just that. And I'm, mind y'all, I'm with these kids, and I got these people jumping on me. I'm surrounded by 18 dudes. Only one person here that knows me, and that's a female. Someone pushing her back too. She falling on the ground with the gun, and it was just like a big thing. The police did get involved. The minors did go to jail. The parents went to jail as well because the parents was some of the people that was out. The dad was one of the dudes out there in the group, and so I say that to say my life could have been taken just like that in front of those minors. You know what I'm saying? In front of the kids that I was in charge of. And so when people say stuff like, "Yeah, I might not touch nobody kids or hit nobody kids," I won't touch. I won't touch somebody that's like 15 or 14. I won't put my hands on. If somebody 15, 14 hit me or something like that, well, where your mom at? Where your daddy at? Let me holler at them. But you 16 and up, you know what you're doing. You know, you're not about to take my life. What's your thoughts on this, Night?
It's just crazy. Do you feel like I got a question for you though. Do you feel like that it was kind of like a setup, or did you feel like that you was in a situation to where you really couldn't get yourself out of it?
You know what? It's weird because still to this day, I swear to God, I can remember. Like, as a matter of fact, Naya, I did a live. I'm gonna try to find it, and I went back to that place when I was live and told the story about what happened. But it's very weird because it was so random. It was like I'm pushing a stroller. So let me give y'all an example. Like the hotel is here, placed on a hill, and the store is right here. It probably take like 2 minutes later to get there, but you gotta go down this hill. Once you get down the hill, it's a parking lot right before you get to the store. And so I'm right in the parking lot, and I just see a random dude right past on the bike, and he stopped in front of me, and it happened just like that. So I'm just like, what the? I still wonder to this day, like, did he really think I was somebody that sold him weed before, or was he really just playing? Was his intentions on like, we know you not from here? Like, I don't know what the intentions was, but it was real scary. And when I came out the store and seen 18 dudes, I told myself right then and there, okay, I'm about to die, but I'm about to take somebody with me. I already knew what was about to happen. I knew I wasn't gonna get out without conflict happening, and I could have just been like a coward and walked back in the store. But at that time, you know, at that moment, they could have put, when it came inside the store and did anything, and they would have took that fear. And one thing about me is you don't show your fear to nobody. You know, them guys ain't the bad. As soon as the police came, they always, yes sir, no sir, oh no sir, that wasn't me sir. And it was real bad. They would have been talking to the police how they was talking to me. What's your most crazy experience that you probably had? And I know you sheltered with your parents, so you probably haven't had many close experiences. But what is, give us, do you have any scary experiences, any weird, any stalking stuff? Like, give us a story time.
Okay,
Story
I have a
time.
story time. So, When I seen that video of you was in the hospital, it reminded me of my uncle. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Okay. So my grandma has multiple kids. She got my mom, she got my aunt, she got my uncle, my other uncle, my other uncle. I got my family is big. Okay. So my auntie Ray Ray and my uncle Rasheen, they're twins. She had two sets of twins. So my uncle Rasheen, because we used to live in my grandma's house, and I was like young at the time before I even had social media, before I even had phone. So he used to steal from his mom, and I don't see the point of you stealing from your mom. So he would constantly steal jewelry from her and then lie about it. And I'm like, from your own mom though? The mom that raised you, and how she found out about it is because she has cameras in her room. She had camera in her room and she was like, let me go rewind my camera back. So she rewound her camera back and she seen that he stole her necklace, her jewelry, her ring, everything she ever had because she had a jewelry box. So my grandma room is like upstairs. All the rooms is upstairs. There's not no room downstairs. The only thing that's downstairs is a big screen TV, a couch, the bathroom, the kitchen. Everything is downstairs. And she called the police or whatever the case might be, and the police came and got him, and he was locked up for that. Both of them got locked up for doing something stupid. My aunt didn't come home until Christmas. He didn't come home till after the day after that. And another story time is when I almost lost my uncle, and it was kind of scary for me because that was my mom, brother, and my aunt twin. I don't know the full story about it. All I know is he was probably walking and he got punched here, punched there, and he fell. And the people saw what happened and they came and got him and called the ambulance and he was rushed to the hospital. After he was rushed to the hospital, and I was with my aunt at this time, not his twin, but my other aunt on my dad's side of the family. I was with her, and this person that I knew that was close to him that knew me through my uncle. I call him uncle too because even though he used to date my aunt's sister, which is on my dad's side of the family, so I used to call him uncle too. And he will call him for me. I'm like, Uncle Rasheen, where are you at? He was, I'm at the hospital. I'm like, you at the what? He was, I'm at the hospital. I'm like, why? He was like, because I've been punched here, punched there. I can't really say the word, but y'all know. So I was crying. I was hurt. I was hurt to the point where it's just like there's nothing I could do about it because I was not there. There's nothing I couldn't do because it was already done. So he called, and I used to call him every day, every day, every day. I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And when I first heard his voice, I'm like, "Yo, is this my uncle? That's it? What?" At first, I couldn't believe it because I haven't seen my uncle so long. It was just like something scary for me because he was on the edge of losing his life over something. I don't know what it was that he did. So when he got released from the hospital, it was like a couple days. A couple days he got released from the hospital. He came home with a cane. Normally, if I haven't seen him in a long time, I'm that type of girl that's going to run up to you. But he was like, "No, don't run up to me. I'm still in pain from all of that." I'm like, what? And I was just crying, like crying, because that's my favorite uncle. It was something stupid, and that was just a moment for me, because I didn't want to see him in the ground, and I'm glad it was people around to help him and to help get him the help that he need. And now that he's like out here and he's doing better and staying out of trouble, even though he got multiple kids by multiple people, that's still my uncle, and I love him to death. And another story time is how my uncle is weird to me. So it's a long story short, but I ain't gonna really get into too much details about it. So my uncle got my number, right? And he's my uncle. I get it, we're family members, but it's not. It is weird
Yo,
for.
is this about to take a turn? Is this about to take a wrong turn? Now you got me interested in what the hell? Cause like I just want to see because when you have put the word weird and then the word uncle, and then my number. Don't sound like it's about to lead to nothing good. Like, okay, I'm ready for it. I want to see what it is. I'm just giving commentary, but this not sounding too good so far. I'm gonna just be real. Is this the same uncle that was in the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh
Just listen, just listen, just listen. Hear me out. Listen. All right. So this is what happened, right? So I'm gonna get into details, okay? So remind you, when the 4th of July came or whatever, we went. Well, everybody went to Tay house. Tay is related to all of us. She's like a cousin to us. So we went to her house or whatever the case might be to for the 4th of July. I seen my uncle. We know we all jamming, we chilling, we nothing weird going on. Okay, boom. I come back to the house or whatever. Now remind you, I get all my family members' number because one thing is you gotta, communicate with family. Family is everything. So me not seeing nothing wrong with it. I'm like, okay, let me get my uncle number. That's my uncle. I got all my other uncles' numbers. Why not? So I get his number. And he texted me out of the blue to my son, oh hey my niece, when I seen you, you was looking thick. You was this and you was that. I'm like, but I'm your niece, and you're telling your niece that she's thick and that her booty is big? Not no lie. No, listen, listen, listen. When I when he texted me that, and this was this next day, when he texted me and he said that, he was like, "Do you want some money? Do you want?" And I'm just going with it. I'm just going with like just going with the flow to see where it's gonna go. So in a situation when he texted me, he told me that like I don't even have the messages because my parents said, "Do not talk to him. Do not talk to your uncle because your uncle is weird. That's your uncle. Your uncle told him you thick, you cute, your booty big." You're telling that to your niece, your firstborn niece. You're saying that to me. And I'm looking at the message, and the message is going on and on and on and on. So I'm like, should I say something? Should I just block him? Should I just keep going with the flow to see where he's going with it? So I went with the flow and I'm just going with it. So my dad came downstairs. I said, Dad, look at what Uncle Rasheed's sending me. He read it. And I told him, I said, I'm just going with the flow. And he was like, right, right, because it's like he wanted you to do something else. And I'm sitting here, I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to do that because you're my uncle and you're older than me. So I'm like, and I was like a minor at this time, and you're telling that to your niece. So I showed him, I gave him my phone, I showed my mom and my dad. They said, don't talk to him no more. Don't talk to him. Don't say nothing. He texts you, don't say nothing. So when I seen them again, he just looked at me like nothing ever happened. And I was like, hey, Uncle Rasheen. And he was like, hey, or whatever. And then when I'm not around, he always asks about me. He always asks about me. He'd be like, where my other niece at? And then my mom would say, somewhere. Because she don't want to tell him where I'm at, knowing that he's weird. It was just giving weird vibes to me. Like, you're my uncle, and you should not even have the thought of saying that to your niece. You have kids, and your kids is my cousins. Why are you even talking to me like that? You should not be talking to me like that. You should be like, hey, niece, how your day going? What are you doing today? Take me somewhere. Take me to out to eat. That's the least you could do if you're an uncle. But no, he can't do that because he got multiple kids that he got to take care of. So yeah, and I told him, they was like, I'm glad you told us. Don't talk to him. Don't say nothing. He texts you, show us, or block him, and whatever the case might be. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, and I really I hate to stereotype this right, cause I'm an uncle myself, but it's like it's always the uncles. Like, why is it always the uncles? It's always the uncles. Like, I don't. I've been a victim myself. We all know this, and it started out with my uncle, and it's like I don't. It's crazy. I'm glad you said something, and that definitely was weird. That definitely was weird. And you talking about at least take me out to eat or something. I'm glad he didn't decide. I'm glad he ain't decided to take you out to eat. That is that's gross on a whole nother level. I mean, that might as well be up there with pedophilia. For I mean, that's wild. That is wild. I mean, so like, do you think that he knows that you are aware? Like, I think he was trying to test you. Like, what do you think he think now? Like, do he know that you think like, yeah, that's weird?
I mean, he didn't think about it from the beginning of when he texted me because he texted me out of the blue, literally out of the blue, and you're talking about your niece is thick because I think I had some shorts on that day. Anybody knows me that well that I would either wear some shorts or some tights. And he was there, and he like, "You thick." And he texted me the exact same night, told him, "Oh, you're thick. Your booty big." So I showed my mom and my dad, and I feel like that if he would have known he was in the wrong, he should have said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're my niece." But the fact is that you didn't even take accountability for that. So now it's like I look at him differently.
Yo, I mean, even him saying you think it's weird, right? That's on a whole nother level of weird. But then to say that your backside is big, like that's just like a bad incest thought right there. Like that's on a whole nother level. And you the blood uncle, like that's why I be telling people all the time when we be spreading awareness of these certain stories that Finney and I cover. I always say like just cause somebody family, like you still gotta watch your children around family members. I know that these boys in here don't go. Nah, they don't. They've been offered to come to birthday, invited to birthday parties, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like sleepovers, nah, I'm fine. Even school trips that you stay the night over every you saw, nah, even things happen there. I'm fine. I'm good. And so it's like, yeah, really, your babies ain't safe, even if it's your siblings. When I say your babies, I mean your siblings, cousins, nieces, whoever they are in your care. Our babies aren't safe nowhere but in our care. Period. I even wonder sometimes about the schools because it's like, yo, they already these boys come back and they be like, our teacher was playing Young Boy today, but they played the clean version. Like, what the hell is you doing playing Young Boy for these kids in elementary school inside the classroom? Like, as much explicit stuff as he talk about, I mean, just because it's a clean version, that don't mean the kid's not gonna know that he's talking about a vagina. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I even wonder again, can I just be like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We down to our last 3 minutes. We almost knocked out a full hour. Do you got any updates coming on your channel that we should know about? I do want to recommend that you the videos that you was doing, those ones was really cool. The prank, even the pranks videos, but I really enjoyed the videos with you doing hair. Your character, your Sora character doing hair. I think you should kind of stick to that and do that because that's like your thing in real life, and I think you should bring it to YouTube and keep doing it and see how far you can push it.
You said, do I got any more videos coming?
No, you have any updates for your channel?
No.
When are the
Well,
next time?
I can't really say no and I can't really say yes because I'm always doing something every day.
Yeah, that's true. Ideas can pop up out of nowhere. For me, I know I'm going to be dropping the song tomorrow. I think I'm gonna actually start. I still haven't started recording it. I know I did the beat. I produced the beat already, but I've been rapping for over 15 years, so it takes me probably 2 minutes just to come up with a verse. It's not that difficult once I play the beat and get going. And so I have that song featuring a Kraft mac and cheese sponsorship opportunity. Not sponsorship, but a sponsorship opportunity. Depending on how great the song be, and if y'all feel y'all use the sound and push the sound. And so that's what we do have coming. I'm gonna reach out to the purple homies, which means Fanny, and see what she got going on as far as coming back to social media, trying to see how long she's gonna be in absence. I know she's been working double, so you know anybody working that would be tired and not feel like dealing with social media. Anyways, and so I really appreciate y'all. I really thank y'all so much for coming. Daphne, I really want to do a interview with you. Vivi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Uh oh, go ahead then. Let's show us how it's done. Yeah, let's go. It's Regina's birthday. You perfect person to do this because that's your song
What?
right
I
there.
want to be the one to do it. You were
Let's
just
go.
singing
I'll
it.
lip it. I'll act like I'm singing it with you. Come on. Let's get it. You ready?
No, I just think I should sing it because
There
you
you
know
go.
they like it when
There
I
you go.
sing it.
There you go. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Vivi. Happy birthday to you. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you.
Yo, happy birthday, Vivi. I love you, BFF.
Happy birthday, girl.
I really do. Hope you had a good one. Hope you have a good one. I forget we on different time settings, so definitely enjoy. Don't let nobody ruin it. Keep your prosperity, keep happy, and everything else. I really appreciate you coming up here tonight, helping your boy out tonight. It definitely was difficult. I don't think I probably would have been doing it this long without you. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank everybody that came through and showed some love and smashed that like button. It really, really means a lot. Be looking out for that song to drop tomorrow. We dropping music every Friday, man. So until next time, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man.